This is the Recycling, Scrap Metal, Commodities, and Economic Report, May 6, 2024. U.S. weekly raw steel production fell to 1.7 million tons, down 0.9% from last year and down 2.9% from last year year-to-date on a slowing U.S. economy. WTI crude oil price fell to $77.99 a barrel on the weaker-than-expected U.S. new jobs data and high interest rates. That means slower growth and slower oil demand. U.S. weekly crude oil production was steady at 13.1 million barrels per day and remained slightly off the recent record high. The U.S. oil companies remain careful not to increase production too quickly. Too fast of an increase means OPEC would lose market share, and then they would flood the market with oil to get their share back. The U.S. weekly oil rig count fell to 499 on great productivity per well, which is keeping the rig count low. Scrap steel number one HMS price was steady at $325 a gross ton, but prices could be down $10 gross ton or more this month on more slow global and U.S. manufacturing. Hot rolled coil steel price rose to $40.63 per hundredweight, which is $8.13 a ton on the continued slow manufacturing we just talked about. Copper price fell to $4.57 a pound and remains pretty high, yet there are supply threats and good demand out there. Aluminum price fell slightly to $1.16 a pound, which is $22.55 a metric ton, as supply problems continue. China's April Caixin Manufacturing Purchasing Manager Index increased to 51.4. This was the sixth straight month of an increase in monthly factory activity. New orders rose the most in over a year and exports surged. U.S. April ISM Manufacturing Purchasing Manager Index fell to 49.2, with, remember, under 50 being contraction. New orders were down, and it was the 19th straight month of a decline in backlogs. U.S. April new jobs created were 175,000, well below the 243,000 forecast. Missing the number was great news for Wall Street stocks. Slow growth could bring lower interest rates. The U.S. April unemployment rate rose to 3.9% and has been under 4% for the longest stretch in 50 years. The rate is still low despite millions of recent immigrants are now working and are in the workforce. U.S. total employment rose to 158.3 million, an all-time record in American history. The very good economy is bringing inflation. Companies can raise prices because they can. Because more people are working means they're buying more because they have more money. Wall Street's Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 436 points to 38,676. The weaker than expected new jobs report means slower economic growth, which could mean lower interest rates. Roll-off trucks now cost about $290,000 or more. Do you need one? Do you have an underutilized day cab? Do you want to save about $200,000? Buy a Bentley Super Mini roll-off trailer that, with a tarp system and FET, is about $87,000. Save $200,000. It's about a foot longer than a truck, carries more weight, and has a longer life. This report by Greg Brown is brought to you by Bentley roll-off trailers, gondola trailers, crush car trailers, luggage trucks, roll-off trailer parts, and of course, roll-off truck parts for Galbraith, American, and more. As always, feel free to call or email me with any questions, and we hope all have a safe and profitable week.